Hi everyone, my name is Juno Messius. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the romantic compatibility between INTJs and ISTJs. But before we dive into this topic, I would like to underline something about my book. It is written from a health science point of view, so we'll be looking at the anatomy, physiology, brain dominance, and so forth of the 16 MBTI personality types. And based on this information, you can determine your own type. And since I advocate that like attract like, you can determine the best match for you long term in terms of a romantic partner. So let's go back to the topic at hand. What do INTJs and ISTJs have in common? Obviously, they're both thinkers. So these are people who put emphasis on logic when making decisions. And in this case is that they both have extroverted thinking as their second function. So they are very left brain dominant. The other aspect is that they're both introverts. So these are people who feel energized by being alone or with only a few close friends and family members. So they're going to appreciate that about each other. Not going to put undue pressure to spend time with crowds of people. The other point is that they are both judgers. So these are people who are reliable, reachable, organized. They like partners that they can rely on. So that will be another positive when it comes to their relationship. And interesting enough is that the INTJ is the intuitive version of the ISTJ. So you're going to look at their functions and they're going to feel like, this sort of meshes well. Like they understand each other without having to, having to explain, in detail everything, because when you look at their function, it's very much similar because, again, the ISTJ is the center version of the INTJ. But this couple will face challenges because the INTJ is an intuitive and an introvert. So they have among the best energies. And if they spend a lot of time with the ISTJ, they will feel tired, but they won't be able to put their finger on it because the INTJ having extroverted thinking as their second function is very left brain dominant, and they're not conscious of subtle energy. So they might say, I feel tired, I feel drained, but I don't know why that is. And obviously the ISTJ, won't feel much because the ISTJ, being a center judger, has among the lowest energies. So actually, when you look at the 16 personality types, the only other personality type that has less energy than them is the ESTJ. So the other hurdle they may face is that the INTJ, being an intuitive, they focus on the abstract future, whereas the ISTJ, being a center judger, they're about the concrete past. So in other words, in terms of the theme of their lives is different because the INTJ is about knowledge and power, whereas the ISTJ is about duty and tradition because they're focused on something totally different. Now, the other problem they may face is the fact that, yes, they are both thinkers and they're very left brain dominant. So these are people who struggle usually with their relationships. So they might need a third party to actually guide them because they don't tend to be very warm or affectionate. So they might not know how to navigate their romantic relationship. So when it comes to this pair, I would say they are moderately compatible in the sense that the INTJ is the intuitive version of the ISTJ. So they will work well with like the day-to-day tasks. So they are both extrovert thinkers, they are both introverts and judgers. And the other aspect, in terms of, if you look at their function type, is that they pretty much match, but they will face some challenges because the INTJ is an intuitive and they have among the best energies. The ISTJ, being a center judge, have among the lowest energy. So if let's say the INTJ spend a lot of time with the ISTJ, will feel drained. The other aspect is that the INTJ are about the abstract future, whereas the ISTJ is about the concrete past. So you don't have the same focus. So for all these, and also, as I said, is that because they're both thinkers, they might need some help because they usually are not really well suited for close romantic relationships. They have a difficult time understanding their own emotions, let alone somebody else's. So they might require, a third party to actually guide them through this, a landscape of emotions and feelings. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this comparative analysis by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Also remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel and We will talk soon.